There are a lot of apps out there, a lot of websites and services out there that are supposed to help you with your spoken English. And I wouldn't tell you to not use any of them if they're useful for you, even the ones that I think are not good. Now, I've been recently looking at apps and websites to kind of review them and give my take as someone who's been teaching English for 8 or 9 years, however long it's been, right? I've been giving my feedback, doing my reviews. Well, I want to show you one today that is not for English learners. But for those of you who are getting up there, I think it might be useful for you. At least we can see if it might be useful. It's called Speeko. S-P-E-E-K-O, Speeko. And it is for public speaking practice. That's what it's for, public speaking practice. So the idea is it gives you exercises to practice speaking casually, formally, about specific things, many different exercises, and then it listens to what you said and gives you feedback on what you said to help you improve your speaking. Now, what it's not going to do is make corrections. It's not looking at it as though you're a non-native English speaker learning English. It's looking at it, what you said, as though you are a native English speaker who needs to improve some areas of your English. That's the idea. So if you feel like you're getting up there, your level is pretty good, you might consider it because it can start to point out some of those things that a native English-speaking teacher would point out. You need to improve that, whatever it is. What are the issues? Things like using thinking words too much, right? Pausing in the wrong way. Intonation, bizarre, strange intonation. Something about the structure of your speaking. Is it logical? Does it make sense? I think it has some feedback on that. So we're going to take a look. I'm going to actually use it, and I will give you my honest opinion about it. Let's see how it goes. It has modules that you go through, and the modules are related to sections. This section that I'm in now is called Impromptu Speaking. Now, Impromptu Speaking means you're not thinking too much about it. You're not preparing anything, right? Just talk. Just talk. And that can be great practice for your English as well. So it gives you 18 activities, and there are, just to give you a little background, there are many other activities that you can do. If you go to home, it can show you other things to work on as well. So we're going to go to, has a warm-up activities, talking turtle, describe the picture, table topics, vocal delivery basics, presenting online, using inclusive language. I have no idea what that means. Storytelling, managing nerves. Oh, so if you get nervous, how you handle that. That's an interesting one. A lot of people have problems with that. Me, if I do videos and live streams, I get so nervous. I'm so nervous now. I'm sure you can tell. Great orators. That means great speakers. All right, so let's just look at, looks like they have a lot of content, a lot of different topics to work on. Let's look at the Impromptu Speaking course, and I've taken the first 2 modules so that I can get to the exercise. The first 2, I guess I should say the first 2 lessons to get to the first exercise, because I didn't want to have to make you go through that. It's just something to listen to, and you can read it as you listen to it. They explain, for example, why practicing impromptu speaking is so important. Again, impromptu speaking is just talking without thinking too much, without an outline. Just talk. It's a great way to practice. Now the exercise, and there's a little microphone here, so I'm going to click on the exercise after the first 2 lessons, and it says stream of consciousness. Again, that means no planning, just say what you say. Practice speaking for 2 minutes. Is it going to tell me what to speak about? Begin. Practice speaking for 2 minutes without hesitating. Repeat this exercise until you feel completely comfortable with it. All right? Continue. Talk about what is around you. I'm sitting at a white desk that I got at IKEA, and in fact, I'm doing a live stream right now, which I'm not always doing when I'm sitting at this desk. Around me is my studio setup and some other things, because this studio also serves as a guest bedroom when people come over to visit. So there are some things on my desk, some related to streaming and doing videos, some not. On the left, there's a Google Assistant speaker that also has internet, and a stand for my phone, some sunglasses, a bottle of half-empty green tea, and as for the studio setup, there's a monitor, a set of buttons to do things in live streams, headphones, an artboard, and 2 keyboards, and a trackpad, my computer, my camera. Now, this is all related to my studio, but the more personal stuff, the room stuff, is perhaps more interesting. I'm looking at a bookshelf, and there are some books on it, although I usually read audiobooks, so I don't have tons of books physically. I have a lot of audiobooks. Sitting on a second computer, which is live streaming something else, there is a dinosaur. It is I think it's an Apatosaurus or a Brontosaurus, and the Brontosaurus is looking at some of the pillows that are behind me on the futon sofa bed that guests sometimes sleep on when they come over to my house. And then there's a bunch of other junk, like headphones, SD cards, markers, a microphone, and some other crap. Okay. 2 minutes. That's it. All right. Now it says, keep that voice nice and strong. I have an option to listen back. Can I listen back? Okay, so I can listen back to the whole thing. You heard what I said, so I don't need to do that. Continue. Now here is where I hope I get analysis, where I hope they give me some feedback. If they don't, okay, then it says rate the exercise. What did you like? I like the technique. Okay, but I didn't get any feedback yet. Where's my feedback? Thanks for... I'm giving them feedback. Where's my feedback? Huh? Where's my feedback? Where's my feedback? I'm supposed to give feedback. Huh? Progress. Oh, do I have to go over to progress? Maybe I need to go over to progress to see what I'm doing. All right, so it's telling me, I'm looking at what's called your speaker profile. So, okay, I'm a little confused about the way that they arrange this, because I'd like to see my feedback as soon as I finish talking. But once I go over to progress, then it looks like they're giving me my scores. It seems like I have low pitch variety, meaning that my voice doesn't go up and down enough. They think my voice should go up and down more, like this, and I have a bookshelf in my room. But I have a dinosaur. I don't know what that means exactly, but okay, fair enough. Articulation, pace, pausing, and eloquence, they've also given me some scores on. And tap on each dot above to select a recording. Okay, so I select the Getting Started Stream of Consciousness. And let's see if I can see a report. Okay, creating report for my stream of consciousness activity. And they're going to give me a full breakdown. Pace, good. Eloquence, 7 filler words. This is actually pretty cool. I used and 4 times. I used so 2 times. I used like 1 time. So they're saying that those are filler words. And they're saying I should use those less. My pace... Good job with your pace. The goal is a conversational pace, a combination of fast, medium, and slow. Your average speaking rate is 141 words per minute. The target range is 120 to 160 words per minute. Okay. Pausing. Great speakers make their words more memorable by pausing between their thoughts. Way to go. So they're telling me I did a good job on pausing. Intonation. You used great pitch. Oh, they said I thought they said I didn't do a great job. I misunderstood the graph. I guess farther toward that means I did a good job. I misunderstood that. Okay. All right, cool. You used great pitch variety, which adds passion, excitement, and richness to your message. And then the last one, articulation. Great job enunciating your sounds. Your speech is crisp, clear, and easy to understand. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, if you're at a fairly high level of English and you're doing something like this, you're not going to get feedback like, oh, you said this wrong, or this is incorrect, past tense. It's not correcting that sort of thing. But it can give you feedback on these higher level areas. Things like your intonation, things like your articulation, your eloquence, your pausing. And that can be useful. I actually find this useful. It tells me about filler words. It tells me maybe I should have paused more. I wish, thinking back at when I think back on my recording, I wish I had paused a bit more. I felt a little rushed, like I had to say something constantly. I could have paused and said, now, the dinosaur, right? It might have been a little more interesting. They noticed that. And I was trying to make my voice go up and down, so I thought that was strange at first that they didn't notice that. But then I realized, oops, I read the graph wrong. Actually, I did a good job at that, and so that makes sense as well. And I realized I need to cut down on filler words. I said too many times, and I need to be careful about that. The other cool thing is they show me that I can get a transcript processing, so you can read what you wrote. That is super cool. I'm interested to see what that looks like. And then they give me a recommendation. Describe the picture. Another exercise that I would do. Then I would get a score for that. So honestly speaking, although I think the way that they give you the feedback, making you go to progress, is a little weird, and they don't just say, oh, here's your feedback. Once you get to the feedback by clicking on progress, it's actually pretty useful. It seems to be about right to me. It looks about right to me. And I find this to be an actual sort of way that I can improve my speaking. So if you feel like you're at that level where you can get that higher level feedback, maybe check it out. They have a subscription model. You can get a subscription. I don't have anything to do with Speeko, so since I have nothing to do with Speeko, I mean, I'm just saying it looks pretty cool. I don't get anything if you sign up, but so far I find it very interesting, and I think I will continue to use it to also improve my speaking. Export recording. Very cool. All right, so that's it. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. That would be very appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can see future videos, and also check out my full English courses. They are on sale. That is in the links in the description.